Hi, I'm Doug Taylor, the CEO of the Smith Family. And today I'm talking to Nicholas Moore, the Chairman of the Smith Family Board, a bit about his leadership in our organisation and great support for the work of the Smith Family. G'day, Nicholas.
Hi, Doug. How are you? And
Good.
hello, everybody. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Thanks. So, Nicholas, one question I had in mind to start off with was, why did you join the Smith Family as our chair? What attracted you to the work of the organisation?
Well, I was attracted. That's a great word to describe it. I'd finished after 33 years of full-time employment, and the opportunity was offered to me, and I thought it was a terrific opportunity to join an organisation that was focused on practical outcome of improving people's life for the long term. So those sorts of issues of practicality, the Smith family obviously having a great background for many years of helping people, but helping people in a very practical way. And the evidence-based nature of the Smith family, that every program that Smith family does is evaluated, is thought about, it's not just a question of good intentions that are very important, but it's actually, does this work? Does it actually have a difference in improving people's lives? Now that's very attractive, and I was very impressed by what I saw, and since I've been here, I've been very impressed to see the outcome of so many of the programs the Smith family has been developing.
Thank you. That's great. And in our board meetings, you really encourage us to bring to the board elements of our work, what we're actually doing in supporting families. What kind of jumps out to you in that work as being distinctive and unique to our work?
Well, I think the word families is so important that we're focused on children, we say, but of course we already have the most important group focused on the children, of course, are their families, their parents, their broader families, who are very focused on the children and the children's welfare. So we are an aid to what's already in place. Now, obviously, it's so important to be helping what is already a powerful force. So we're helping the families. We're helping the families practically in terms of helping them. We're also helping the children in terms of the programs that they're offering. And I think creating that engagement, that focus on their educational outcome in the school is really valuable. And so when you guys present to the board, and the board's always very keen, we want to hear about the programs, we want to hear about the outcomes for the programs, we want to hear the practical impact they're having on the families that we're helping and the children.
Yeah. And another thing that you've often talked about as being unique to the Smith family is our independent funding. Why do you think that matters and that's important?
Well, I think it means that we can approach problems with an open mind. Not problems, opportunities, call it what you will, but basically not everybody, but people come to issues with their baggage, with their ideas from elsewhere. And what we can do is say, look, we're an independent group. We have independent funding in terms of supporters who step up and see what we're doing, respond to what we're doing, and actually provide financial assistance. So that gives us the challenge of actually being worthwhile for people to support. So we have to demonstrate to our supporters that we are actually making a difference in people's lives. And so similarly, that means that when we are actually working with our families, we have to not just feel that we're making a difference, not just have good intentions about a difference, but we have to be able to demonstrate to ourselves and thus our supporters that we're making a real difference in people's lives.
Yeah. These last few months, we've been doing a lot of work in the organisation and with the board and thinking about our future with our strategy. This is our centenary year. It's a wonderful achievement for the organisation, and you remind us that we stand on the shoulders of giants in terms of the people who've been before us in the organisation. And in recent years, we've grown significantly to now supporting 58,000 students. And in our strategy, we've really talked about continuing to grow our reach, but also deepening our impact. What stands out to you in the strategy? What excites you about the future?
Well, I love the idea of deepening the impact. We are, as you say, supporting thousands and thousands of children across the country, families across the country. That's really important. But coming back to what's the impact we're having, and this idea of actually our people analysing what they're doing carefully and evaluating the impact that we're having, I think is really important. So I think we've, as a history, as you say, coming back to the legacy of our organisation, which I think we're all very proud of. We're very proud that it was set up by a group of people whose whole focus was on servicing and helping people who are more disadvantaged than they were. And one of the great parts of the story, as you know, as we've reflected on, is this idea of anonymity, that the people who did it actually didn't do it for glory. They did it in an absolutely selfless way. And I think that's a key characteristic that would, love to be making sure that we honour their memory in terms of actually doing that. And so I think service is the most important. How do we service the families that we're focused on? And how do we do that in a way that we can really convince ourselves we're making a positive difference? So in terms of the strategy, I obviously love the idea that we are honestly looking at what we're doing without any vested interest. I think that's really important. Secondly, I think the ambition that the organisation has of being able to do it for more families and for more students and children out there, I think that is a wonderful ambition and aspiration. So in terms of having a bigger impact on people and being able to offer what we have as an organisation to more families, I think is really important part of the strategy. In terms of the add-ons, in terms of the digital inclusion, obviously very important at this time, reflecting the needs of our society today. So those elements I think are important, but the fundamental, which is what it's all about,
exactly.
Are we making a difference to our families, to our students, to our children we're helping in the program, and how many people can we be helping? How many families can we be helping out there?
Thank you. Well, thanks for your time today, Nicholas. Thanks for those insights, and thanks for your leadership of our board, and thanks for listening. Thank you.
Thank you.